So, you and your friends want to play Magic the Gathering, but you're not sure how to get nice, high quality cards into the game like these ones here? Well, don't worry, that's why we're here today. My name is Jay Zombie. This is Magic with Jay, and today I'm going to teach you the easiest and my preferred method to getting cards into Tabletop Simulator to play Magic the Gathering. So, for the tutorial we're doing today, you only need a couple of things, one of which is obviously a good legal copy of Tabletop Simulator and an internet connection. As well, we're going to go to a website that I will have linked down in the description called Frogtown. This is where you're going to spend the majority of time doing this because that's where you're going to import or create the decks that you want to bring in to Magic the Gathering. Once you get all those things organized and set up, I'm going to meet you over at Frogtown, and we're going to go over how to get cards in the game. All right, so we're here on Frogtown. Again, the link to this site will be in the description of the video below. You can spend some time building your deck here. If you have a text document or something else, you can use the bulk import feature right here to get that in, or you can, go about typing it and doing all that. If you need a demo on how to use this site, I will give you that demo later. But for now, I've loaded up one of my pre-builds, which I'll be doing a video on pretty soon. This is a commander deck for Gishath, Sun's Avatar, which is this pretty yellow one right here in the middle. Those of you who know, you know. But again, I'll be going over this deck in the future. So we're at the stage here where this deck is built. It is done. There are 100 cards. Although I'm noticing for some reason they have used the wrong planes when I imported this. So I'm going to take a quick second just so you know that you can switch card arts like that. There's actually quite a few cards in here that aren't the exact right art, but that's okay. It doesn't have to be perfect. If I had gone through it and manually put each one of these in here, they'd be correct, but I did a bulk import and it took a guess. So, guesses are what they are. But anyway, I digress. What you're going to do at this point if you want to make it to go to Tabletop Simulator is you go up here to this actions button and you're going to come down, and conveniently there's a button that says export to Tabletop Simulator. Now you'll also notice this little gear icon right here. If you click that, this is just how you can set card backs. So you can see I've got a few that are saved in here. I want no judgment. Those are all there for a reason. So then you can put the image URL in there, and that'll be the card back when you import it. So for now, we're just going to go to export to tabletop. You're going to click that, and it'll bring up, you can't see it right now, but it'll bring up a place for you to save a file. Just put it somewhere where you know where it is for now, or if you have your root folders for Tabletop Simulator, you can go ahead and save it in there. But we're going to be creating folders in Tabletop Simulator in just a moment, and I'm going to show you how to get it to go where you need it to go then. So for now, like I said, just save the file somewhere where you know where it is, and I'll see you back here in just a moment. All right, so we're back here in Tabletop Simulator. Now the next step is getting everything where we want it to go. So the easiest way I've come to do this is using objects. So you're going to go to objects, go to save objects. Now you see it's going to have, I have some folders here because I've already gone through this process and we do some other stuff on here. But there's a button right here that says create folder. You want to click on that and we're going to name it. You can put it under other stuff, but for now, I'm going to name mine test. You can name yours magic decks, magic, whatever you want. So now you'll have this folder that's called test. And if I click on it, it is empty. Okay, that's because this is where we're going to put the JSON file that's saved from Frogtown. So you're going to follow me real quick as we go back off of the game. Now you'll have to forgive me. I use an ultra wide monitor, so I can't use display capture in OBS, or else it is disgusting to look at because it's super big. And anyway, I'm using it like this so you'll be able to see. And what we're doing here is I'm going to show you how to find the pathway to these folders. So you're going to go to documents, you're going to find my games, you're going to find Tabletop Simulator, you're going to go to saves, saved objects, and then you'll notice here are those folders that we made. So real quick, since I'm in Windows 11, I'm just going to open up a new tab in my file explorer. This is the JSON file. It should be a JSON file that we downloaded from Frogtown. So you're going to take that, you can either copy it or cut it. We're going to go into that folder named test, and you're just going to paste it in there. Okay, now what happens is if we go back to the game and we go into the test folder, you'll have this question mark is fine. That just means you haven't opened the object and saved it as a real object in the game. But you'll notice it has the name of the deck that you would have named it. And if I click on it, here is the whole deck with the custom card backs and everything. Now, let me explain what all spawns in, because it looks like you're going to think some extra stuff spawned in and why are these 2 cards over here? I'm going to explain. So obviously this 100 card stack is your deck. At that point, you can right click, go to search. It's going to open this all up in here. I always recommend pulling out the commander and putting it right on top, because we're actually going to resave this file in just a second. And I've come to find having the commander on top just makes it easier to get into the game when you and your friends start playing. This pile here, you'll notice is tokens. This is all of the tokens your deck can possibly make. So if your deck can't make any tokens, it won't spawn these in. But if it can, it's going to give you every single one that you can make. So if you click and drag over all of them like this, you can press the 1 key or the 2 key or the 3 key or the 4 key, whatever you kind of like, and just, you know, clean them up a little bit so you can see them all laid out in front of you. And then these 2 cards over here, these spawn separately because these cards have flip sides. So that means if you have cards that can flip over in game, you don't have to, you know, go digging through, because these ones over here aren't going to have the backside on them because they have a custom card back. And since Tabletop Simulator doesn't use sleeves, obviously there is no method for hiding that if they just put the backs on. So this is so that you have the other side of the card. For example, Growing Rights flips over into the Cradle of the Sun, and it becomes a legendary land, which gives you a lot of ramp. And Welcome to obviously flips over into Jurassic Park, which sort of does the same thing. So I need the other side to play the cards effectively. But, you know, going back to the deck here, if I just go through, you can see these are all the cards from the deck that we had on Frogtown. So every single card is right here, and it is good. It is functioning. They all have the card back that I chose. If you click and shake them up, you'll shuffle them back in, and then you can, of course, flip the deck over. Hitting the R key will shuffle it a couple of times, and then you can just flip over just to prove it. If I hit R again, now I'll have a different card. It's a Plains. So what you want to do at that point is, I always recommend, so real quick, just to make this easy and just show you one more time, I'm going to go to Objects, Saved Objects, Test, pull out the deck. What I typically do here is I'm going to go search for Gishath again, pull her out. Nice thing is she was the first card in there. You're going to click everything. When it's nice and organized like this is my suggestion, but you're going to click everything. Oh, good. You're going to screw your screen up. You're going to right click on the deck, and you're going to go to Save Object down here about halfway down. Now it's going to bring up your folder. Just go to where you want it to save. So if I was going to resave it to the test folder, I would click test, and then I can name it what I want. So I like to name it the same name that I built the deck. So if I change something later, I can find it easy. So I'm going to type the name of the deck, and I'm terrible at typing, so forgive me, especially when I'm talking. And now if I go to the saved objects test, you'll notice there's one with the commander. So you don't actually need that one anymore. You can just get rid of it. But this new one that you saved will have a picture of the commander card. And if you just double click it, here it is. And it's all ready to go, and you can bring it to your favorite table. I'm going to have the one that I use linked in the description because it is linked with Scryfall, and it will let you, you know, actually put the counters on creatures. It'll let you generate the tokens from it. It's very comprehensive and a very good table. So I hope you found that tutorial helpful. If you did, please leave a like and subscribe to the channel. It's a young, small channel. I'm really hoping to get it going soon, especially since my desire to play Magic has only increased since I started playing. Otherwise, if you have any suggestions or comments, leave them down below. I am always happy to talk to folks, especially folks trying to learn, because I remember what it's like to be a new Magic player. I'm not even a year into this hobby, and look at how much it's already consumed me. So thanks again for watching the video. I'm happy to help you guys in the future with more videos like this if it is something that's interesting. But until then, I am Jay. Thanks for tuning in to Magic with Jay, and I'll see you in the near future. Take care, everybody.